This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Black 80.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
Black, what's that?
Mike 5-4.
Black, it's up.
Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
230.
Throwing on second down. Roethlisberger. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
11 yards there, first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second down, it's Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. On third down, Roethlisberger. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Second and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
56.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up.
21.
You gonna take
13.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 31, Garoppolo finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Hey, Charlie.
Garoppolo on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Here we go, here we go.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long?
Hey, wahoo!
56, the mark boy, 56. Check.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alex Anzalone, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. It's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. This is Edwards. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
6-6, pull it high.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. First down, here's White. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
Just like that. Just like that.
Now Roethlisberger. He's got his man. That's Landry. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Here's Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it'll be second and goal. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He's got daylight. The 40, the 30, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He's going to, and this is caught inside the 5. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught. Touchdown, Carolina. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger lets it fly deep for Cobb. It's caught at the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now a run with Edwards. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Akeem Hicks. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Tavecchio puts this one through. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance? Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
218, chop.
The Packers take over
77.
At the 15-yard line.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. That is caught by Cobb, and it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
A 7-yard pickup.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Barber. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go. 54 Mike. Here we go, night. Stop, night. Six.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Man, that's trash.
Hey, exit. Go ahead.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Garoppolo now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Black and turn.
Shift. Kill.
Black and turn.
They run once more with Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
21. Here we go. Lucky.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. He finds an opening past the 40, and he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him, because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well, and he just provided one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Setting up the screen to Kelly. 16 yards, a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Roethlisberger. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Roethlisberger will throw. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Ben to throw again. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Roethlisberger now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Desmond Trufant. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Here we go.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Kwiatkowski able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after him.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing. And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run on 1st down. Edwards. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Again, it's Edwards. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Gus Edwards, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick them.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. He's going to go for a big play down. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ted Ginn with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Ted Ginn. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time striking, and he can't get a throw-off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On second down now, it's Edwards. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Packers, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.